Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 15 of the NordCast. It is Wednesday, February 8th. I am your host, Nordic97, here, joined with Carter
How's it going, everyone?
and Jack, aka Patrick.
What's up?
And he's back once again. He was here on episode number 3, an episode that did very well, and his team has made some headlines, so we brought him back on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Bartner, aka Mbonhockey, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. It's great to be back. Finally, my Islanders in the news. They've been the most irrelevant team for the past 18 months, but finally got something to talk about. And no other crew I'd rather be talking with than you boys.
We respect that. We respect that 100%. We have a lot of top. We don't have a lot to get into here, but first off, a little backstory to Jack's Patrick Polkow. His girlfriend exposed his middle name to us, or Carter per se, and Carter's been calling him Patrick. So we may be calling Jack Patrick a lot in this episode, just saying. So just so you guys know.
Oh, great.
Okay, but anyways, now we're gonna move into our first topic, which of course it has to be the New York Islanders. Obviously, the Islanders have been making some headlines lately. And before this big Horvat trade, they were kind of struggling, although they do have a positive record, a 27-22-5 record for 59 points. Then they obviously made the Bo Horvat trade, where they acquired Bo Horvat from the Vancouver Canucks in exchange for Anthony Beauvillier, A2 Ratu, and a 2023 first-round pick. Now, I know Bartner's our guest, but before we get into Bartner, I want to ask my main two crew members, what are your thoughts on this trade? Because obviously we haven't made a NordCast episode in what feels like ages. So it happened last week as well. So Carter, Jack, whoever wants to go first, what are your thoughts?
Take it away, Patrick.
All right. I guess Patrick will go. Yeah, I was pretty shocked at the trade. Honestly, I kind of figured the Islanders would make a similar move to this, but I wasn't really expecting Bo Horvat. They did give up a lot. Especially Ratti. I think they gave up on him pretty fast. I mean, he was projected number one overall at one point. So yeah, I think they did give up on him a little too soon. Just a really aggressive move for a team that isn't even in a playoff spot right now. That's just my opinion.
They are tied for the second wild card spot. I'm gonna say.
Okay, so they are now. Okay.
I forgot to mention that, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Carter.
Yeah, it's still aggressive.
Yeah, definitely an aggressive move there, but I mean, at the same time, it's basically like who's your G? I completely forget. Lou Lamoriello, that's the GM, right? Yeah, Lou's done nothing throughout pretty much most of his tenure, so he's like, screw it, I'm just gonna pull the trigger when we're not when we're close, but not there yet. He's saved up all of his big his small moves that he never made into just this one big move. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it was a little bit of an overpay. You're giving up probably one of your best prospects in there. Beauvillier, who's he's not a bad player, but he's not great either. He's a pretty solid second, third line guy, I'd say. It was a second round pick, correct?
No, it was a first round pick.
Oh, it was yeah, I forgot about that. And then yeah, a first round pick. If the Islanders don't pick it up, it'd probably be around the 16th overall pick in the draft, somewhere around there. But if they don't manage to pick up that pace, it could keep sliding and they could end up losing it a little bit more. But I remember I was working when this trade went down, and we have a cashier who's a Canucks fan, and yeah, she was not very happy with that.
I am gonna say this before I let Bartner get into it. I was at hockey practice, by the way. The Islanders fans were trying to defend it, saying that it was a top 12 protected pick. That's what I was seeing. Oh, it's top 12 protected. The Islanders aren't gonna knock on wood. The Islanders aren't really going to fall down that low, in my opinion. They're probably either gonna stay around where they are right now, or they're gonna go up and make the playoffs. I think they're going to stay just barely out of the playoff spot, just barely out of the race, and they're barely going to lose that first round pick. The fact that you're saying it's top 12 protected, stupid in my opinion. But anyways, Bartner, wherever you want to start off with how the team's been playing or just the overall trade. I don't care. Just take it from the top.
Go nuts. Well, the team was playing absolutely brutal. They if they thought they wanted to win this year, they did have to make a trade. They won 2 games before that, but before that, they were on like a 1-8-1 record, like only cracked 3 goals, I think like 2 times. But with the trade, for me, the context is really what matters here, because when you look at the actual value, Ratu and a first round pick, if the Boston Bruins did this with Fabian Lysell and a first round pick, Lysell's probably a better prospect than Ratu. Their first round pick would be a little bit further back. We would have thought that was fair value. We would have been perfectly fine with it. It's just the problem is the Islanders not in the playoffs, so that pick is probably going to be 15th overall, and their prospect pool is so goddamn bad right now. So it's like Ratu himself on any other half decent team is probably like their 5th best prospect. He's a second round pick from 2021. He late second round too. He definitely had the hype from me when he was almost the first overall pick before like COVID and all that. But like he's a good prospect, but not a great prospect. But now you take him away from our prospect pool. Our prospect pool is without a doubt bottom 3 in the entire league. And the first round pick, we didn't have a first round pick in 2020 because we traded for JG Peugeot. Didn't have one in 2021 because we traded for Kyle Palmieri. And then most recently, we also traded the 2022 first round pick for Alexander Romanov. So it's like I said in my TikToks, like they are all in with a core that it's probably still at this point, not they won 2 games, it's definitely looking better. Before that, it was probably like 35% they make the playoffs, 65% they don't. Now it's like close to 50-50, but it's still not a lock at all that they do make the playoffs. So I just hate the fit. But I said before, if they are going to do this trade, there's got to be something else. I'm hearing rumors that Vladimir Tarasenko might be coming. That would be pretty nuts. I have no clue what assets they trade to even get him, but I don't think he's done because also, why would you do this a month out from the trade deadline? Like, it's kind of weird to like pull the trigger this early unless you have something else kind of stored up. So it's going to be very interesting. If they start on a heater these next 4 weeks before the trade deadline and they're like kind of safely in a playoff spot, make another move, then I can be on board. But as of right now, it is one of the boldest moves I've ever seen in my entire life for a team that isn't really a contender, isn't even a playoff lock.
Yeah, I agree. You were at that draft, weren't you, when Romanov was traded to the Islanders?
I was shook when they announced they would trade to announce, and I'm like, Montreal Canadiens trade Alexander Romanov, and then it's New York Islanders. I was actually shook. I think I have a live reaction on my TikTok because that like Bo Horvat's fine. He's an established 60-point guy. Alexander Romanov is like a decent second pair defenseman that offers nothing basically on the offensive side. That trade is still mind blowing to me. But yeah, this one I at least see the vision. Bo Horvat's probably going to be better than Ratu ever is. Probably better than whatever that 15th overall pick is. But just in terms of timeline, that's where I don't like it.
What are your thoughts on the contract?
The contract's also just too long and too much money. I mean, I think he's gonna be 28 this summer. So you're giving him 8 years for probably 3 more years of peak. By 31, he's probably gonna be regressing, and then 8.5 million. I've said it before. He's only had this season's the only season he's been over like a $7.5 million player. So I described it as like high risk, low reward, because even if he repeats this or is like 80% of this, that's like barely even worth like this year's probably a $9 to $9.5 million player. So you're only getting like this year how he's playing is only like $500K to like $1 million surplus, and he's gonna come down from shooting 22%. So not a fan of the contract. What do you guys think though?
I'm not a fan of it either. I mean, honestly, does it make it better that he signed or not? Like,
it's a double-edged sword because like now that they're all in, like you kind of had to, but I wouldn't have minded it almost if it was a rental and we just didn't make the playoffs and then he's gone. Because like if we don't make the playoffs and now he's 8 more years with this core, then like from that perspective, yeah, it almost would have been better if he didn't sign.
I mean, like I honestly don't know. I think it definitely was a bit of an overpay. I think they should have paid him. I was thinking maybe like 7.5 at max. But like, I mean, that's the issue with the NHL today. These contracts are going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, whether we like it or not. So, and I do agree with you. There definitely is something cooking up there, whether the 80-year-old Lou is cooking something up in his kitchen or he's cooking up a trade. Who knows? Honestly, with him. But yeah, Carter, what do you think?
I don't know. I think I think he was definitely a little bit of an overpay on him, especially if the fact that he's already 28, you're going to have him till he's like 36 years old. And once you get to that point, you're kind of looking at it like these guys aren't performing at their peak, and you're looking at possible bad contracts for who knows. Maybe honestly, you might be lucky if he plays well for half of that contract. If he keeps up his pace for even half, you walk away a lucky guy. But honestly, he could still do it. He also could not. I can kind of see both sides of it, but maybe somewhere around the 7.5 was about his peak point.
I'm just wondering, like, what other acquisitions like you said, what other acquisitions would they trade to get somebody else though? Like maybe he does have something brewing, but like who else has he got to trade? The prospect pool is like shallow as it can get.
Yeah.
A lot of the contracts that he has aren't very good. And no disrespect, but they really aren't. Like Leo Komarov's like 6-year deal that no. But like really I'm kind of wondering like what is next for this team. I mean, they are 2-0 under Horvat, and maybe if they stay red hot into the playoffs, who knows? But even if they make the playoffs, I still think they're going to get their teeth kicked in by, I mean, even with their defensive structure, they'll still lose to Boston and Carolina, or honestly any other team that's above them there, really, because I really don't see them beating any of those teams, honestly.
Yeah, I think they would have to get a divisional spot and play either the Devils or the Rangers because like the Hurricanes and the Bruins are both very defensively sound systems, and for a team like the Islanders that can't score against like half decent teams, even with Bo Horvat, probably, I do not like that matchup for the Islanders. They would have to, and the Rangers I think are like 6 points ahead of them right now for that final divisional spot. So yeah, even if we make the playoffs, it's not looking too good.
Yeah. All right. So, anybody have any more thoughts on the Islanders? Jack, Patrick.
Yeah, I agree with what you guys were saying.
Okay. Anyways, now, I actually there was something I wanted to say at the beginning of this that I completely forgot. It's kind of a bad transition, but we're gonna transfer the football over here for a second. Super Bowl's coming up. Chiefs versus Eagles. Me and Carter are Eagles fans. Jack's a Cubs fan, so I'm sorry, partner.
Cubs. That's Cubs is baseball. It's Bears. Jeez, Nord.
Bears. Yeah.
Carter, aren't you from like Winnipeg? How'd you become an Eagles fan?
Ask my dad. He stuck me in front of the TV, watching Eagles when I was born, and now I'm here.
Yeah, I'll never understand it. I'll never understand Carter and what teams he likes. You're a Jets fan, partner.
Yeah, a little bit of a better year this year. We're building towards something.
Nice quarterback.
Who's winning, Chiefs or Eagles?
Who's going first? I'll go first. I'm going with Eagles. I think they're the better team, and Patrick Mahomes is kind of hobbled right now on that one ankle. If Jalen Hurts can play half decent, I think they win it.
Jack?
I'm going to Eagles too. You want a score prediction?
Sure.
All right, let's go 31-28. Eagles.
That'll be a close game.
Yeah,
Carter. Better. Well, you don't even have to ask me my score. It's just going to be the Eagles. We're about to prove that we're actually a real team, because apparently people don't think that we are, even though when we play the bad teams, we blow them out. So yeah, score prediction. If Mahomes' ankle doesn't get better, we're looking at about a 34-21 game. But if Mahomes somehow, because it's Mahomes, he's going to play ridiculous. I'm thinking 34-30.
That's fair. I'm going to say Eagles first off, but like I actually doubted the Eagles heading into the playoffs. I was like, oh yeah, they're first round exits. They're losing the first round. And honestly, that wasn't because I thought they were a fake team. That was because of Philly sports. That happens every single year in Philly sports. I can't imagine it's not any different for some other cities, but like Philly sports, whenever you're favored to win something, you lose. But we didn't. So, I mean, I'm going to say Eagles, honestly. I think we're a good team. Yeah.
I have the, remember from the I think it was 2017 or 2018 playoff run? I still have the underdog mask somewhere in my house.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it. It's somewhere here. I'll try and find it at some point if we win. But yeah, it's somewhere. I have to find it.
All right. Anyways, moving on now. I have a take that I'm gonna post onto my TikTok very, very soon. It involves a partner take, and that's kind of why I thought it'd be cool to tie this in. The Red Wings. Partner, obviously you said in a TikTok, it was a couple weeks ago. You said that the Red Wings aren't going to be as hype as you think they're going to be. Can you kind of explain that a little bit in case the fans?
Yeah, so it's like I think when you actually look at them objectively, I feel like their rebuild has not gone as well as people say. Steve Yzerman just kind of gets the benefit of the doubt because of what he did in Tampa, which was absolutely great. But Lucas Raymond is playing about the same as he did last year. Not saying he's not gonna be like, not saying he's regressing or like not gonna be good, but like he hasn't taken that star jump. Sider's playing better ever since he got away from Ben Sherratt. And just when you look at some of their 2017 picks really never panned out. 2018, Zadina really didn't pan out.
Valeno.
2019, they just got Raymond. 2020, Moritz Seider. 2021, I think it's like
Edvinson.
Yeah. Oh no, that's 2021. Yeah, and then Kosa is like in the ECHL, not doing too good. And just when you look at the current core, like Bertuzzi fell off a cliff, Verana fell off a cliff. Rousseau's doing okay. Nedeljkovic was horrible, and he's like off the team basically now. So like, I think we're just giving him the benefit of the doubt for what he did in Tampa. He's been there for almost 4 years come the spring, and there's still not that many results. And he tried to kind of win this year, and it didn't really work at all. So I'm just a lot lower on the Red Wings than most. And people don't even argue like the actual points that you make whenever you say that. They're just like, Yzerman, he did it in Tampa, so it's a lock he'll do it in Detroit. When I just think that reasoning is just so primitive, and that's that primitive. Like it's just like so stupid that like to compare two different situations.
Shut up, Islanders fan.
Lou Lamoriello is the GOAT. At least he wins. At least he wins somewhat everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly do agree with you. I do think they will be worse than people may be overrating them.
I still think like decent playoff team in like 2 to 3 years. It's just I just said like when you look at the Buffalo Sabres are way better than them right now the way they're building, and I'd also probably go with the Canadiens just because they're also going to get like 2 top 10 picks this year. So in terms of in their own division, I think they have like the third best future, like at best right now.
Partner, you just said what my take was going to be.
We'll cut that. Scrap that.
You just said what it was going to be.
Great minds think alike.
Okay, well, anyways, now that Bartner said it, my take is that the Sabres will be better than the Red Wings. This might not be a hot take, a scorching hot take, mainly because of how the Sabres are playing right now. They're playing unbelievable. Tage Thompson, insane. They have the deepest prospect pool in the NHL, in my opinion. They have so many up-and-coming players. They recently re-signed Dylan Cousins to a 7-year deal. Honestly, I think if they get a goalie, no disrespect to Craig Anderson, that guy's like 42 years old. I think if they get a goalie, I think they're definitely like a scary team, honestly. And that's crazy to say considering the fact that like they still have players that are still growing. And they kind of remind me of like the Hurricanes, like how the Hurricanes went through like a 9-year stretch of being just ass. And now the Hurricanes are going to go through probably a 9-year stretch of being one of the better teams in the league. So that's why I think the Sabres will be better than the Red Wings. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like it. I've liked the Sabres the whole year, honestly. I've enjoyed watching them, to be honest with you. And just what they've turned Tage Thompson, and he's turned into a superstar in this league. And then you got guys like Alex Tuck who bring the veteran presence over there. He's putting up good numbers, and I look at the roster. They're doing more with less, really, and it's like just good coaching, really. And we look at this team like 2 years ago, and they're the worst team in the league, pretty much.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and I wasn't expecting it to turn into this, but it has, and I really like the Sabres.
They were awful that year in 2021.
Yeah,
well, they were
with Eichel.
They were.
Who else? They had
the Taylor Hall year.
That was the Hall year. Yeah. I think I had them making the playoffs. I gotta be honest with you. I was like,
yeah.
Actually, I think I said I think I said maybe. I was like, maybe they can make the playoffs.
Like,
My Flyers
yeah.
didn't make it either, though. But yeah, they were brutal in 2021. It was crazy how they changed from then to now. And I really like the team under Kevin Adams and Don Granato. Honestly, like when you thought of these coaches, like you didn't think they'd amount to much and they'd just be like another people to fire because they were just friends of the Gulas. They've actually done a pretty good job. And Kevin Adams does not get enough respect for what he's done with his team. And even if they don't make the playoffs this year, they still have a very bright future, 100%.
Yeah, and then, I mean, they signed Dylan Cousins yesterday for 7 years, $7.1 million, like basically the same as Tage Thompson. Like that, actually, I should post this, put this hypothetical to you guys later because someone sent it to me. But like them locked up for $14.2 million for the next 7 years is actually insane. Like as the cap keeps on going up, you're going to see players like approach making just $14 million, and they're going to have those guys cost controlled literally in their prime. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, they're going to. Yeah. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to be such a good team. Dylan Cousins, future captain too. I think Cousins should get named captain because Okpoz is on an expiring contract. Maybe they sign him, maybe they don't. But I honestly think they should name Cousins captain in the future. Maybe not after this season, but in the future, 100%.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird when they made Okpozo. Like great Islander. Like I love the guy, but like, yeah, he's like 33, expiring, like unrestricted free agent. I was like, what? Like, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, I really couldn't think of any other guys to name it to.
Yeah, I would have just kept it vacant until like a Tage or Cousins is ready.
Yeah, I didn't think Tage should have been it. Cousins. A lot of the players are young, so like that's kind of difficult. But I guess he is a veteran player on the team. But yeah. Carter, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I love Buffalo right now. They're such a fun team to just watch. Honestly, I completely agree with that. I was one guy who was really high on Detroit at the start of the year, and that went very very sideways. But Buffalo's they're just dominating. Like their top players are just performing at such a high level right now that it just makes them a threat. And then, yeah, as you said, having Tage Thompson and Dylan Cousins, probably your two like best forwards for your future, locked up for like 14 million is ridiculous. Having those guys, and then I've seen a bunch of posts about this now. The Jack Eichel Buffalo trade. Looking at it now, this has looked like such a great trade for Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
because Alex Tuch, he's outperforming Jack Eichel. Who else did they get? Peyton Krebs, he's a decent player. He's nothing to throw your eyes out at.
He's still young too.
Yeah, he's still a young player for sure. And then
they got a first. I think they named it Ogren. It was Ogren.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. Barner, you were there. You should know.
I think it was Ogren. Yeah, they went Savoy, Ogren, and then Kulich, who like kind of tore up the World Juniors. So,
yeah, that's crazy too. Like they got 3 more players in this draft, and I looked at I made a trade deadline preview for them a couple days ago on my YouTube channel, and it's actually doing very well. They still have more draft picks, so like this team's just gonna keep getting better and better. And honestly, I think they might use some of those players as assets to trade for other players, maybe, but. Who knows? Anyways, any final thoughts on that hot take that Barner spoiled? It's all good.
I agree with it. Yeah, I'd even go so far to say, like, depending on what after this offseason, if they have a really good offseason, like I get to my draft picks, I'd also say Montreal. And Ottawa, I still wouldn't like sleep on Ottawa.
No, I'm not.
I wouldn't either.
Their forward core is gross. They just need to figure out. They just need to get like Sanderson needs to take he's actually been pretty solid. And yeah, they just need a goalie, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's really all they need, and then they're there. Moving on to headlines now. I actually have a headline as of 5 minutes ago. We could be seeing an outdoor game coming to Florida very, very soon. It just announced 5 minutes ago. The Battle of Florida could be played at an outdoor game at Raymond James Stadium in 2024. That's where the Buccaneers play. So the Battle of Florida in Florida, outdoor game. People flipped out when I recommended that on my TikTok, but looks like it's going to happen. Looks like I'm right once again. But yeah, I think that's cool for the game. I mean, they did it in Texas, so they can definitely do it in Florida, in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's very cool. NBA news. I thought I'd include this because LeBron James is the part-time owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. He is now the leading NBA scorer, so congratulations to him. Definitely a huge milestone. I don't watch the NBA. Do you guys watch the NBA?
Yes.
Oh, Jack does because he's a Bulls guy.
Yeah.
I watched a ton growing up, and now I watch it kind of sparingly.
I hardly watch it. I just watch Luka highlights.
I watched.
Love that guy.
I watched the Sixers.
Big Mavs guy.
And then
question with that, like, so in that game, because I was watching that game, like they stopped it for like 10 minutes. Do you think they're gonna do that with Ovi if he passes Gretzky, like stop the game? Like
there was do a ceremony mid game.
It wasn't like a ceremony, but he gave like a full speech, like then Korea building. Like, do we think that'll happen?
I thought they did. I didn't watch the game. I thought they did it at the end. They just did it.
No, he took the shot.
Yeah, 10 seconds left in the third, just stopped it for like
10
minutes.
They stopped it, gave him a microphone.
Yeah.
He
started like crying, and then like they need to finish 10 seconds to go into the next quarter. It was really funny.
Jordan's still better. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Yeah,
of course the Bulls fan says that. I stand behind it though.
Ovi isn't good with speeches though. That's the thing. Like Ovi doesn't strike me as the type of guy that like would make a speech mid game. It will be insane though. Like I cannot wait for him to pass Gretzky because I honestly this isn't like that hot of a take, but like scoring goals in hockey is way harder than scoring points in the NBA because he has like 38,000 points.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, anyways, moving away from basketball, I don't know anything about it, so I don't know why I'm talking about it. Patrick Kane will make a trade decision very soon on whether or not. Wait, what?
He said Patrick.
Patrick?
Making a decision whether or not to leave NordCast or not, get traded away.
Oh, my fault.
He's on an expiring deal.
The Blackhawks, Patrick Kane, will make a trade decision very soon. Bartner, I know you already made a TikTok on it. Actually, you kind of stole my idea, which it was fine though, because I just implemented it into my deadline preview, but it's fine. Do you guys think Kane will get traded or not?
Yeah, I do think he will.
You think he will as a Blackhawks?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know how long this decision is going to take, but I think he'll be traded on trade deadline day.
What about you, Carter?
It's going to be a last-second decision, I think.
Yeah,
because it's like I don't know. I feel like he wants to stay, but he knows that like
so hard to
really
tell.
Just can't.
It's so hard to tell.
I've heard things where he's gonna leave. I've heard things where he's gonna stay. Like nobody has a clear-cut picture on what's gonna happen right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel like he's gonna stay. Honestly, partner, you might agree with me. I think he is gonna stay. I don't want to say it's because we haven't heard any rumors because we don't know whether or not he's gonna stay. But
we're not insiders.
Honestly though, what I think would be the better scenario is if they just traded him, or is if he wanted to get traded. Because Barner, you're gonna know this very well. But what if he just pulls a John Tavares and then leaves?
I think that's a little different because if the Islanders traded John Tavares at that deadline, they could have got an absolute shit ton. It seems like the Kane because like whoever's traded for him would have signed him for 8 years. The Kane is going to be the same, but yeah, it would suck if he does leave in free agency to go somewhere else for nothing.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's kind of why I think the better scenario would be just to trade him. But we don't make the rules. Besser's agent, Brock Besser, has reportedly been talking to teams like the Minnesota Wild and the New Jersey Devils. It's looking like a trade will finally happen. Besser could be interesting with those teams. Jersey was looking at Timo Meier last I checked. Minnesota, I haven't seen anything with them really. So maybe Besser could be an interesting player. As I mentioned, Dylan Cousins signed a 7-year deal. The Atlantic won the All-Star game. Matthew Tkachuk played absolutely insane in his hometown, Florida. Partner, you were there actually.
Not there for the game. I was there for the skills of competition. I decided not to go to the actual game. It's $175 per ticket. Not worth it.
Holy crap, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was absolutely insane.
What was the skills comp?
91. My tickets were 91 for like 300s, like upper. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, no,
Toronto. Wait until you see how much it is for Toronto, dude.
Oh my god,
nuts.
the regular
Yeah.
season tickets are ridiculous. Florida's are like $20.
That is gonna be absolutely crazy.
I can't wait until they come to Philly. They'll come to Philly and like
Yeah.
hope they come next year.
They'll
Or
never
the year
come to
after-
Winnipeg. I'll
the
tell you
year
that for
afterwards.
free.
Yeah,
Winnipeg's such a bad city. They don't even have an airport.
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Yeah, I heard someone say that.
Yes, we do. What?
Yeah,
are you
it was
talking
that. It
about?
was that one girl. It was like that Annie girl or whatever. Was it?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was
That's-
like, what? I'm sure it's not like a massive airport. You have to like do like connecting flights, but I'm like, it's like a city of like 750,000 people. Like, it's not that.
That's what
Bro,
got
we
me
have
thinking.
an airport. Like,
Yeah.
That's what got me thinking. I was like, really? We don't. They don't.
so now you think
Like,
we don't
what?
have cable, and now you don't think we have an
You
airport.
have to
What
drive everywhere. You want to go to Toronto? Friggin' 36-hour drive.
Where do you go? Where do you go to get to Winnipeg then? If you don't have it, that's what I was thinking. Like, where do you go to get to Winnipeg? Where do you fly from? Do you fly? Like, what's another
You
big
fly
city?
some cheap airline that has to connect in Winnipeg. That's what you fly to have a connecting flight in Peg.
My God. Anyways, all right, I gotta end this Zoom and then continue with the headlines because we're almost running out of time. Horrible pause here, but we'll be right back.
It's all good.
Okay, so moving on now in our news. Something happened with a Lightning fan and the Panthers' second mascot. I didn't even know they had a second mascot. They are investigating an incident over a mascot assault, basically, where a Lightning fan like put the Panthers jersey over the Panthers mascot, not Stanley C. Panther, Victor E. Rat. Apparently, that's a person. Did you guys have any idea there was a second mascot for the Panthers?
I had no
who had the
idea.
second mascot?
I-
The Florida
I
Panthers.
I look back on my photos that I took of the All-Star game, and there was a rat. I remember thinking, like, whose mascot is that? Like, who has a goddamn rat? I guess it was Victory Rat. I don't know.
So strange. Like,
Dude, I saw the post for it and it said Victor E. Rat, and I'm like, did they just completely like butcher the Victor E. Green, like the Dallas mascot's like name? And then I come to find out it's an actual mascot. I'm like, oh my
I didn't
God.
even like think that Stanley C. Panther was a thing. I was just like, what? That's so weird. And then somebody brought it up in my comment section. I'm like, wait a minute, they have two mascots. The Rangers don't even have one, and the Panthers have like two. It's wild.
So
but
do
yeah,
the Jets, but you
they're
wouldn't know that
investigating
because we don't
the
report
assault.
anything.
Oh, you guys don't have wait, yeah, you do.
We have two.
You have two mascots?
Yeah. We have Mickey Moose and Benny. But Benny and the Jets. That's where it comes from.
Oh, really? That's such a good song. This is news.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
Everything about Winnipeg's news to you.
Shut up. That's such a relevant city. I wouldn't know it existed if it didn't have a hockey team. Rutherford, Jim Rutherford. He apparently wants out of Vancouver because who doesn't want out of Vancouver right now? No disrespect, Canucks fans. But the weird thing is he resigned from Pittsburgh in 2021, and then he was hired by the Canucks in like December of 2021. And now he wants out again. So is he going to resign again? Like, that's just so weird. Like, this guy just like, he goes to a city, doesn't like it, just resigns. Then he goes to this city. I'll resign again. So weird. And then last thing here, we should have mentioned this with the Red Wings, but Jacob Vrana has apparently played his last game with the Detroit Red Wings. That really didn't come as any surprise. He's been in player assistance. He's been in the AHL. He's basically done in Detroit. He wants to leave.
He needs to change of scenery really bad.
Yeah. And talk about a lose-lose trade. I thought that was going to be a win-win deal. That was a lose-lose, or not a win-win deal. Win for Detroit. It was a lose-lose trade, 100%.
If everyone just stayed put, it'd be fine.
And then, like, even with that draft pick that they got, that first round draft pick, I think they traded it to Dallas, and they got Kosa with that. And Kosa's in the ECHL right now.
Yeah, he's not doing too hot.
Yeah, then Wallsted's doing pretty good with
Yeah, that's ridiculous that Wallstead didn't go before Kosa. I
Yeah,
remember
that surprised me, honestly. Anyways, moving on to trending.
Hang on. Are we moving on from Vrana? So I just wanted to say one thing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that apparently one of his teammates on the AHL went up to like the head office or something where he was like, he's gone or we're all gone because everyone on that team is fed up with him.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So
same
apparently
thing.
everyone's like fed up with him.
I saw the same thing with Jake Virtanen.
Yeah, it was Virtanen.
Oh, it was Virtanen.
Yeah,
I definitely saw the Virtanen.
Yeah, I saw the Virtanen. I was like, wait, what?
Disregard.
The slandering Jacob Veronova.
Yeah,
they both start with V.
My
so.
bad.
I didn't include it in the headlines, but Virtanen apparently on his like D2 team, like he's apparently playing really good. But the team hates him, and like basically all the teams went up to the front. Basically all the players went up to the front office and was like, either you trade him or we're done. So, yeah, I guess he's on the block. I mean, he did commit not guilty, but like even if you do get charged for something like that, that really doesn't make you look like that good of a person.
The best of people don't usually get charged with that. Yeah.
So, really confusing. He's probably like a locker room cancer as well. Honestly. Anyways, you done, Carter?
Yeah, I am. My bad.
Done, Patrick?
You done slandering an innocent man?
Hey, that's my mistake there. All right. I get my players mixed up. It's both people being in bad situations who are like teammates hate them, so.
Okay, anyways, now moving on to trending players. Jamie Benn is a part of the trending players with Dallas. He has reached 1,000 games. So big congratulations to him. Becomes the 14th active player to reach that milestone. Florida's Matthew Tkachuk also is in trending players as he has 5 points in his first game back with the Panthers from the All-Star break. And even in the All-Star break, he played a phenomenal as well. So he's flying right now. Maybe we'll see if the Panthers can turn this around. They won't. Then you have Shane Wright, who I have him listed as Seattle, but he's not on Seattle. He's in the OHL. However, he has 14 points and 6 goals in 7 games in the Ontario Hockey League since being loaned there. Of course, there's always high scoring in the Ontario Hockey League. And then I have Brad Marchand of the Boston Bruins for his tweets. That's the trending player. Those are all your trending players for this podcast. So, yeah. Anyways, last here in headline type stuff, we have Game of the Week with Carter. What is the Game of the Week?
All right. So, looking at this game, honestly, a couple decent games this week. Looking at it, but one game that kind of stuck out to me a little bit here. We have a little bit of a Metro Division matchup. We got the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the New York Rangers.
Can I pause for a second? I thought we were gonna play a game. I was so confused.
Oh.
I was like, let's play a fucking game.
The partner was ready to buzz in.
I was like trivia, like digger. Yeah.
No, we're not doing that today.
He raises his hand.
Yeah.
No, we got on February 11th. We got the Rangers and the Hurricanes in Carolina, so I think that'll definitely be a nice game to look at there.
Maybe I didn't explain it well enough to him. I apologize, partner.
No, it's all
Wait
good.
a minute. Is February 11th Super Bowl Sunday or am I bugging?
No, it's the 12th.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't. There's like.
Ooh.
Is there even game?
Speaking of which, on the 11th, Flyers Predators, partner. What are you thinking?
We gotta see. I'm not sure. I put some feelers out to some friends if they want to come with. It would be nuts. It would be absolutely nuts.
Collab of the
Fly
century.
me out.
The meetup
Fly
of
me
the
out.
century.
Yeah.
12:30 is early, dude. That kind of sucks. If it was
Yeah,
like
that is
2
pretty
p.m.,
early.
that'd be prime.
Why my mom was like, we need to get a day game. I'm like, and then they're like, I don't want to drive in Philly at night. I'm like, you're not driving through the middle of Philadelphia. You're driving like on the outskirts.
Oh yeah, like the Giant Sports Complex. Yeah.
Yeah. And then nothing's gonna go on. And anyway, I shouldn't be doing that. But yeah. Game of the week, Hurricanes versus Rangers. Should be a very fun matchup. Anyways, now, my God, what is going on in my throat? For the rest of this podcast, we are going to be doing a tier ranking. So it's gonna be a fun one. For this tier ranking, we're gonna be doing trade deadlines. So we have 3 columns here. We got buyers, staying put, and sellers, and we're each gonna collectively decide where teams are. We're all gonna go down the list from Bartner to Carter to Patrick to me and go alphabetical order. So starting off here, we're going to go as quickly as possible because we're going to have a lot of teams here, obviously, but starting off with the Anaheim Ducks. Partner, what do you think they're going to be? I think we all know what they're going to be.
I'm going to go bold here, and I'm going to say that they're sellers. They need to definitely trade John Klingberg and probably a couple other people.
Yeah, I agree. Klingberg's stats, though, have been in the toilet.
Yeah, they're going to have to somehow double retain that with
Yeah,
another
they're going to have to
books.
Pull something off. Carter?
I definitely think they should buy. I think they got a great core to do this with. No, they're selling. It's not even a question.
Yeah, no question whatsoever. Jack or Patrick?
Yeah, selling.
Selling?
Yeah, selling.
Yeah. All right, and I agree. We'll put them in selling as well. Of course, some of these might be pretty obvious, but some of these might kind of be a debate. So we'll see. But obviously, yeah, Anaheim should be sellers. They're bad this year. Once again, try and trade John Klingberg, Kevin Shattenkirk, maybe. We'll see, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of teams looking for defensemen. Excuse me. So we'll see what they do there. Arizona, Bardner, what do you think?
Sellers as well.
Yeah, of course. Jacob Chikrin, obviously the prime big player that could get traded, but of course. Wait, Carter, what do you think?
Sellers.
Jack?
Sellers.
Yeah, sellers.
Nord, I'm not seeing too much like around Ghost. He is an unrestricted free agent. I haven't seen a lot of.
He's hurt.
Oh, he's hurt right now.
I think he is. I think he still will get interest. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you definitely know if he's hurt more than me. But yeah, it just seems weird because he has 1 year left. He was doing so good, but like, and rightfully so, all the talks on Chikrin because he's a better player, but like, Ghost is probably like a top 5 defenseman on the market this deadline at least.
Yeah, honestly,
he might be.
The defensive market's pretty shallow in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So Gossesbear's hurt right now, but he still could get traded. I think he's week to week. He could come back, could not. I might even be wrong about him being hurt. Who knows? But yeah, Arizona's obviously sellers. Next up, we got Boston. Bardner, I think it should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think they're literally the biggest buyers. Their core is sold. It's not their last run, but it's by far their best run of their next 3 years. So
it's like the Florida Panthers last year was their best chance to go far. Carter?
Yeah, definitely buyers. I just like to say one thing. Gossesbear is out with an upper body injury. He was listed as 4 to 6 weeks on the 26th.
Okay, yeah,
so he should come back by the end of the month.
Yeah, hopefully come back by then.
Yeah, but Jack?
Yeah, buyers.
Yeah, buyers. I agree. Although I'm not against with them
I'm not against them staying.
3 straight. If that didn't happen, I could definitely understand them staying put. But like they lost, I think, to Tampa, Carolina, and Florida, like all pretty decent teams, especially Tampa and Carolina. So I think after that, you don't have to go. Yeah, you need to make some moves after that.
What do you think they need though? Because like, I wouldn't touch that forward core. That forward
another
core,
defenseman.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But like, with what cap space?
We could take a shot at Ghost. They could take a shot at Ghost, maybe.
Maybe. They definitely won't get Chikrin. I mean, like, it'd be like a smaller. I should put like passive buyer. Damn it. Passive buyer, passive seller, but whatever.
We're good.
But yeah, like, I don't know what Boston would get. Buffalo. Bardner?
I'm going to stay in put. I mean, we talked about the Islanders. Like, I don't really see any need for them trading for, like, maybe if it's like Timo Meier, that could be like the perfect fit, but they shouldn't be giving up assets just to like lose in the first round yet.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should stay put. Carter?
Yeah, I think they should stay put. Maybe do like a little buying if as you said, partner, like if Timo Meier's there, maybe take a shot at him because you can have him on your forward core too, but I think they just stay put.
And Jack?
Yeah, stay put unless you see, like a young guy out there that could fit the future for them.
Like Max Domi?
Max Domi? He wants to stay.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
He just wants to go with Patrick Kane.
I've put him in rumors like
vividly. Yeah, he said he loves it here. So, I don't know.
But
he likes the city, I guess.
Yeah, they're staying put. Definitely. I think some people may be saying to buy. I I low-key do think they should buy because they haven't made the playoffs in 10 years, and there is a lot of pressure there. Well, they're kind of it. I don't freaking know. But yeah, staying put would be the best option without giving up all your assets, and they still have a bright future nonetheless. Calgary, I think they're tied for the wild card spot. Actually, I have the standings right here. Ironically, I have the standings right here. Let's see it. Calgary is tied for second wild card spot.
But 2 games ahead, so.
Yeah, so what are we thinking, Bardner?
I'd say just like kind of a de facto buyer just because like the Kadri Huberdeau contracts aren't looking that good once they start kicking in next year. So at least the Huberdeau one when it kicks in next year. So I think you kind of got to buy this year while you're still in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't love it.
I don't think they really. I don't love this team anymore. Honestly, I like this team. And they definitely lost the Kachuk trade, 100%, in my opinion. Carter,
Buy.
Jack.
I'm gonna say staying put, but I could see buy.
All right. Well, majority rules. Buy.
Yeah,
The question is though, like, what cap space do they have to buy?
that's true.
Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering there, like, really, what are they gonna do? But yeah, Carolina, Martin.
Kind of tough because I don't know. They've kind of not plateaued because obviously they're a great team, but you look at it since they made that Eastern Conference Finals back in 2019, they haven't made it back. So I think you do kind of need definitely like a lower move, like maybe a Max Domi, get him literally again back-to-back trade deadline.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'll say it would be like a slight buy. It would be a slight buy.
I kind of do agree with you. I'm gonna say staying put though, in my opinion. I think this team, like, they're flying right now. They're insane.
Yeah.
Although I do agree, maybe they do need to make a small move, like Paul Stastny on that third line. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
But someone's phone vibrated. But yeah.
My bad.
You're good. Carter, what do you think?
I think they should buy. I don't think they need like a huge big piece. I think they just need a roster guy or two to kind of help their depth a little bit.
Jack?
Yeah, I'd say staying put for the most part. I don't know if you want to mess anything up just because they're just clicking right now. So I'm gonna say staying put.
Ooh, we got a tie here. 2 buys, 2 staying puts.
I'll say good. I'll switch.
You'll switch.
All right, there we go.
I think it's fair though for them to stay put because like they're flying right now. They don't even have Pacioretty. They don't have Kase. Gardner's been out of the lineup, and then they also played really well too when Anderson and Ronta were hurt. They had Kochetkov come in and he played really well. So
wait, actually, now that I think about it, I think they should. Don't they have the Pacioretty money to go buy?
Oh shit!
So that might
be contradicting myself. Yeah. I agree.
And look who comes back to Carter, baby.
I forgot about that. I was like,
I also forgot about that. They do have the Pacioretty money, so they can buy. Maybe they could get like someone like Timo Meier. Who knows?
Yeah.
Patrick.
I even saw them saying that they like see him as like a long-term fit in Carolina. Chicago. Jack, Patrick,
Sellers,
Bardner.
Sellers.
Yeah, 100%. Carter.
We don't even have to. Yeah, just
Sellers. Yeah. I mean, like the key guys that I could see getting moved out, Taves and Kane. Kane maybe. Do you guys think Taves get traded?
Taves. Yeah.
I think Taves. Yeah, I think Taves.
He has a much better chance than Kaner.
The only realistic destination I see for Taves is Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Like, that's honestly the only team I can really see, and I don't know how Carter feels about that. So, would you want him to be like captain if he came
third line center?
Gets traded instantly, captain.
Mid-season.
No,
just a big middle finger to Wheeler, basically.
He's having a good year.
He is. Would I take him? Probably. Do I want to give up a lot for him? No.
You won't give up a lot.
Yeah, you really wouldn't. I mean,
I'll just give you like a 7th round pick and have a cheeseburger.
Maybe not a 7th rounder, but
you get a half a cheeseburger though.
That's
all right. Sure, we'll take it.
That's pretty
Thank
good.
God.
I got Damn it, I'm craving a cheeseburger at 9:30 at night now.
I'm hungry, dude.
Yeah, but as well as that, Max Domi, Andreas Athanasiou, Sam Lafferty, maybe even. I've seen him in rumors as well, and then Jake McCabe too. But McCabe, I'm kind of wondering about. So we'll see. Colorado. Do they have the money to even buy Barner?
It's a weird thing because like Landeskog at this point, they might just be LTIRing him to the playoffs. So I really don't know what's going on there, but I would safely they bought so heavy at last year's trade deadline. I'd probably say stay put. They have a good enough team where they can still go on a run, especially in the Western Conference without it. And maybe don't give up all your assets this year when you're probably not going to have home ice. Maybe wait next year, let the team get healthy, and then kind of go all in next year. But actually, wait. Actually, wait. It is Nathan McKinnon's last year making like $6.25 million. So I think I'm actually switching. Yeah, they should buy.
You're gonna switch to buy.
Yeah.
They are tied for third in the Central, which is kind of ironic considering the fact that they're in the second wild card spot.
Yeah.
The Central's like pretty mid.
Yeah, the Central's kind of the Pacific's better this year. And that's because St. Louis sucks, and Arizona and Chicago are bad.
Yeah, we just happen to have like the worst teams in our division.
The only reason why Colorado's so low is because of their injuries. Like if they had their full roster, they'd be number one, no doubt. Really, you don't think so, Carter?
No, they definitely would. I'm just saying that because I'm a biased Jets fan.
You guys aren't even number one. Are you guys number one now?
You guys are 3 points behind. My Dallas Stars are number one.
Congrats! 10 of your points are from overtime.
Hell up.
Zip it,
Carter. Shut up. The Dallas Stars
overtime to get points.
My God. Okay, but yeah, they are in the second wild card spot, and honestly, like when you think about it, if you're Vegas, and I'm gonna make a TikTok about this. I already have it. It's in my drafts right now. Maybe the Mark Stone injury might save you. I'm not trying to say it's good because Mark Stone's hurt, but Colorado's in that second wild card spot, and if they fall out of that first spot, Seattle could be taking on the Avalanche. My odds are on Colorado because Colorado, especially if Landeskog comes back, they're going to be a super team, especially when Landeskog's fully healthy in the playoffs too. Hell yeah. So we kind of went way off course. But Carter, what do you think? Do you think the Avalanche are going to buy, stay put, or
I think they'll buy. Yeah.
Jack?
I think they should go for Patrick Kane. So I'm going to say buyer.
With what money?
Alex Newhook and a first rounder.
That's okay. Anyways, Columbus now. Columbus, I think, should be a no-brainer as well. Barner?
Seller. The only thing they really have to sell is Gavrikov, I'm pretty sure. But
they
he's got to be
they
gone.
can't really sell anything. I mean,
everybody else is signed like long term.
Everybody else is either signed long term or they're injured. One of the two things. So, yeah, Carter?
Yeah, I think they just sell.
They don't have much to sell, really. Jack?
I know.
Yeah, sell, I guess.
Yeah, they don't have much to sell. It's going to be a very
Johnny Gaudreau. Get rid of him.
That would be so dumb.
Yeah, I know. It's called a sarcasm, Nord. Try
It's also kind of like how Islanders fans were saying in my comment section to trade Bo Horvat. I'm like, dude, you just got him. Why would you? I don't understand that logic. Dallas Stars. We just talked about them. Barner?
Dallas, I'm actually going to say, although they're leading the division, I think just because they don't have a first-round pick from the Nils Lundqvist trade, and they do have a really good young core, a lot of good prospects. So as much as, like, they're leading the division, like, this is a really good shot to win. Just for diversity's sake, because it seems like we're putting everybody in buyers or sellers, I'm going to say staying put.
I kind of agree. Carter?
Yeah, I think they should just stay put.
Jack?
Yeah, stay put.
I don't think they've really haven't been interested in anybody. I haven't seen any rumors of Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In on this guy, Dallas is in on that guy. I haven't seen much of anything, so I honestly agree staying put. Detroit, they're in an interesting spot.
For me, it's Sellers.
Oh shit, never mind. They're not an interesting spot.
No, they're not.
I thought they were higher. They're not. Never
They're
mind.
still a 510 points percentage. That's not too bad.
You know what's crazy though? They're above 500. And
Yeah.
they're 8th in the conference.
Yeah, the East is nuts this year.
I can't get over that. There's only 2 teams that are like a below. Oh, never mind. 3 teams.
Flyers just played more games.
Never mind. Forgot my Flyers. There are 3 teams only below 500 record, which is crazy. But Detroit. What can they sell though? All right, Bertuzzi and Larkin.
Yeah, Bertuzzi's the one guy that they kind of got to trade. Dylan Larkin, it's kind of there, but yeah, just for that, I'd say Sellers.
Yeah, Verana too as well. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Carter,
Yeah, sell them.
Jack.
Yeah, Seller.
Yeah, 100%. Oilers.
Gotta buy.
They're in on everyone. Buy. I think everyone will agree. Buy, right? Collective buy.
Yes.
Buy on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Buy. Yeah, they're in on pretty much everyone. I mean, like they're in on Domi. They're in on defensemen in Anaheim. They're in on Shattenkirk. Just because they're in on these players, maybe they won't trade for them because Holland is Holland. But yeah, Florida. What are we thinking with Florida?
I think
They're staying put.
Yeah, I agree with Patrick over there. I think they got to stay put. Just because, like, after going all in last year, like, and not being in a playoff spot right now, they can't try to, like, double down and go all in. That'd be really stupid.
They can't sell either, though, really. A lot of their contracts are long-term. So, yeah, I mean, they don't even really have anything to really deal to get assets because they also don't have any first-round picks for the next, like, 3 years. So, yeah. LA, they're one of the interesting teams because like although they're like 3rd in the division, they don't really have that good of stats.
Yeah, just
like
played a ton of games.
They're really kind of overrated, to be honest. So like, they're probably a buy, but are they, partner?
I'd probably go staying put because they still do have a really good. They're like a weird where like they have like the gap of 2 cores. Like there's like their prospects. Like that are like they have a very good prospect pool, a bunch of young good players, but then like their main contributors right now are kind of older guys. So I think they should just stay put. They shouldn't really sell in the future to win because we agree they're just like a mid team. I don't think that they have a real Western Conference final potential.
They're also kind of like Detroit too. They were like overhyped to be really good. Byfield hasn't panned out. Turcotte's been hurt. That kind of plays a factor, but he hasn't panned out either. There's some guys
those two, that just killed them.
Yeah, there's some guys there. Jordan Spence, I think, looked really good. Who's that guy that they have on defense? That's in
Brant Clark.
Yeah, Brant Clark. Yeah, the guy that you like mixed up on what league he was in, and you had.
I called him Brandon Clark, like Brandon Clark at one point too. Like a while ago. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, Clark looks all right, but I still think they should stay put. Or shoot, I forgot we had other co-hosts. Carter.
I'll let you guys take it from here. I think they'll just stay put.
Jack?
Yeah, I'm gonna go staying put too.
All right. Minnesota now. They're not in on anybody either.
Yeah, I'd probably go stay put. They're kind of like they're like a better LA. Like they're pretty good right now. I think they're better than LA right now. And they have an even better prospect pool than LA. So I think you kind of just gotta wait until some of those guys are ready. Don't trade them now. This is kind of like they lost Fiala last year. This is kind of like a transitional year in a way. So I'd say stay put.
Yeah, I'm not as high on them anymore as I used to be honest with you. Oh my God, we forgot Carter.
Yeah, you barely even talked on that before you threw it in there. I was like, what's he doing?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Carter's in audience mode now. Mute his mic.
All right, I'll mute his mic. Patrick.
I mean, yeah, unless they go out and get, I don't know, one guy or something like that, they're staying put.
Carter.
I agree, Patrick. I agree.
Thank you.
Okay, that's why I shouldn't control this stuff because I don't know, I think too fast. I'm always a fast-paced guy. That's why I make TikToks. Carter.
Fast-paced.
Carter, Montreal. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I feel like they could sell, but I feel like staying put could also work out for them. I don't know what they really have to like sell to other teams. There's probably a couple guys. So I'd just say sellers, maybe, but I could definitely see them just staying put. So I'll say sellers though.
Partner.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go staying put. They really sold hard last deadline, and I think I was looking at a couple of days ago. I think they're only like pending unrestricted free agent is Jonathan Drouin, and I don't think anybody's gonna be clamoring for him. They try to trade Josh Anderson like every month, but he has like 5 years left on his deal. So if they wanted to, they should be sellers, but I don't think they really have anything to sell. So I'd say staying put.
Yeah, I've seen Anderson and Hoffman come up in rumors, but I don't think either of them get dealt. Jack?
Yeah, I'm gonna say staying put.
Arbor Jack guy. Yeah, staying put's fair. We got 4 straight staying puts. Wow.
Yeah, I thought we weren't gonna have enough in
They're
there.
making a comeback.
This next one's probably staying put too.
I mean, like you can make a case for Montreal being sellers, but they don't really have anything to trade. Honestly.
It's all young guys. They want to keep.
Cole Caulfield. Nashville Predators.
Sorry.
What? Nashville Predators. Partner, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they're like the most mid team in like the entire league, in my opinion. Like UC Saros is really good. Roman Yossi's obviously very good, but like I'd stay put. They're just like kind of stuck in no man's land right now.
Yeah, they're easily forgettable. I haven't even made any TikToks on them like at all.
Reason, yeah.
Like videos or anything. And that kind of concerning, but like they haven't done virtually anything. Like they've been very boring. Carter?
Yeah, they're a team that you just like you don't really know, like, are they gonna be good or are they gonna be bad? Are they gonna be good or are they gonna be bad? There's just no middle for them. It's just constant up down for them. So I think they just stay put and see what happens. If they decide to play well, maybe, but I think they should just stay put.
Yeah. Jack?
Yeah, I think they should stay put as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Devils. Barner, what do you think?
Devils, I think they should buy, but really only if it's Timo Meyer. I think he's the perfect fit in terms of like a young winger that they would sign long term. I don't think they should do any rentals. Like Tarasenko makes like 0 sense for him, that kind of type. But I'd say buyers if it's a semi-young guy that either has contract term left or is that can be signed on an extension immediately after.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think they should be buyers too. I mean, like they really don't have that many people to really go out and get. They have the assets, but they don't really have people to go out and get that I see like being an actual good move for them. Carter?
Yeah, like I think like realistically they should be kind of like buyers, but at the same time, like they're still like a very young team that's playing really well. And yeah. I feel like for the sake of it, they should just stay put just because, again, they're like a really young team. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to stand.
Jack?
They should probably buy if they think they can be a solid playoff team.
Well, majority rules against you, Carter. The Devils are buying.
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys going to change real quick again?
Anyways, the New York
works for me.
Islanders.
Works for me.
The New York
a better
Islanders.
chance of Bedsy.
The Islanders. Yeah, Barner.
Buy. You got to keep on buying after that Horvat move. You got to go all in.
Yeah, I agree. Carter?
Yeah, you got to push all your chips to the center and pray that Lou can do something else.
What? What?
You got to put all your chips to the center. You got to go all in. It's poker talk.
Wake
up.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Wakey.
You don't got poker in Philadelphia?
I'm thinking like you're pushing actual chips. I was like, what?
No. I just got jelly beans next to me.
Patrick.
Buyers.
Buyers? All right, yeah, I agree. Buyers. The Rangers.
I'd say buyers as well. As Panarin gets up there in age, they got to win now.
Yeah, they do got to win now. I agree. Carter?
Yeah, they're kind of in win. They've been like they've been like talks of a team that's supposed to be the top dog right now, and they're not really. Why are you laughing, Nord?
Nothing.
Sorry, partner. This is what we have to deal with on a daily basis with this guy.
I was like looking at Jack, and Jack is like, Jack was like so dialed at whatever he's watching.
I'm sitting up straight right now. That's why.
Partner, this is what happens when you give a podcast to high schoolers.
Yeah, Carter, you're a professional. You got to deal with these children. I feel bad for you.
I know it's hard. I'm just a grown professional. Anyways, I think they should be. So I'm basically out.
He's in
You
Canadian
still have
high
2
school,
years
though.
left.
It's different. It's more mature.
Yeah,
American
I'm a
high school,
senior.
bro.
Like, respect your elders. Anyways, I think they should be buyers.
Yeah, Jack, you probably agree they should get
Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah,
I mean-
Kane.
I haven't seen anyone like in rumors besides Kane.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like I haven't really seen anybody that they could get in rumors. Ottawa Senators, partner. What are we thinking? Are we thinking Sellers are staying put?
Before they went on a little heater, I probably would have said Sellers, but I think they have like a 52% points percentage right now. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, but with this young core, might as well just like let them run loose for the final 30 games. Tell them like, oh, if we go on a run, that's great. If not, I think it'd be kind of a bad message to like sell people, especially because like who are you gonna sell? Like your bottom barrel guys for like a 4th round pick. So I think it just makes sense. Just let it play out and just stay put.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Who are you gonna trade? Carter?
Tyler
Yeah.
Mott for a 5th.
Yeah, Mott. That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah, I think they should honestly just stay put. I think you're just going through a bad season right now. I don't think there's much they can really do to like save this season.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I think you just gotta step back, regroup, and come back next year stronger and better. Yeah.
Jack.
What?
What is going on with you, man?
Patrick, I need to stop looking at my phone mid podcast.
What?
Okay, partner, you're not in our NordCast group chat, and people who are talking are not going to know about this. But like, Carter is taking pictures of Jack putting filters on it. It's hilarious.
And I'm still focused, somewhat.
I'll never. Jack, what do you think? Ottawa Senators buyers?
Yeah.
Or sellers?
I think they do have the pieces to sell, but I think they're gonna stay put.
I agree. And the last team before we have to go make a new Zoom, and then we'll finish up with the rest. Philadelphia Flyers. What do we got? Barner, sellers.
Who do they have to sell? JVR, but I feel like with this cap hit, he might not even get moved.
Nick Sealer. Actually, I've seen Nick.
I don't even know who that guy is, I'll be honest. But
Blackhawk
I'll say
legend.
sellers. Nick Sealer, is he like, who is he?
He's
He's
like
just a fighter.
pretty tall. He's a gritty defenseman.
I was not too
Carter?
aware who he was.
Well, I think because we're dealing with Chuck Fletcher here, I think we all know what's about to happen. We're buying heavy.
I swear
We're
to
buying
God,
heavy.
I will.
We're going
I will
all in,
break-
all in on Patrick Kane. We will trade our entire future for Patrick Kane. We will trade every pick we have.
I
Do
will
it.
break this desk in half if that son of a bitch buys.
Do it. Do it.
Jack, you think they're sellers? You
I think they're staying put.
staying put's viable. I think they sell though. I swear to God, if they buy, I will be so. Oh my God, I'm going on TikTok and I'm screaming my ass off. I will be so mad. All right, anyways, I gotta make a new Zoom. Next up, Pittsburgh Penguins. Partner, what do we got?
Think you gotta buy, you gotta be all in for the next 2 to 3 years while you still have Malkin, Crosby, and Letang.
I agree, 100%. Carter.
Yeah, you gotta go all in right now. Their top guys are getting old and gonna be gone soon. So, yeah.
Jack.
Yep, buyers.
All right, Patrick thinks we're buyers, so we're buyers.
Love you, Patrick.
Okay, Sharks. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yep, sellers.
The biggest guy on the market right now is Meyer. So, yeah. But they also could trade like Logan Couture. I saw Tomas Hertl. I forget who it was. Kevin LeBanc, maybe. Not Eric Carlson, though. I don't see Carlson getting done. I don't know why that was like a rhetoric for like a few months.
You shot that down.
Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah. So, Carter,
Sellers.
Sellers,
Of
Jack.
course, you forget about me again.
Sellers.
I forgot about both of you because like whenever I'm
Like
on with
always.
Bartner, it's just me and Bartner.
Fine, replace us. He costs less.
Kraken. What are we thinking?
Kraken's kind of tough because obviously they're leading the division right now, but if you believe in your future, probably should just stay put instead of trading a ton of assets because they don't have a bad prospect pool, but like they only got introduced in 2021, so they don't have that much. They have a decent amount of quality, but not a ton of quantity. So like I think I'd stay put if I was them.
I agree. Carter?
Yeah. I think they should just stay put.
Yeah,
Jack?
stay put.
Jackson, Carter?
They already did make a move, right? Was it Magna? Am I botching that name?
I think they traded him away.
No, they traded for him.
I'm an idiot.
Didn't
Never
they
mind.
get him from the
They traded for him.
Sharks?
Yeah. That's like a depth move, really. But like, yeah, they bought once and now they're staying put.
I'm an idiot. You're right. Blues.
know.
Sellers.
What do they have to sell though? Besides like Ryan O'Reilly?
Tarasenko and Ryan O'Reilly.
Yeah, I guess. This team, man, Bartner, you were so high on them, and then they just.
I almost had them winning, making it to the Stanley Cup, and then I switched. I was like, I can't have that. But yeah, I thought they were gonna be second in the division pretty easily, and they just suck.
Well, it's a good thing you're not like Jack, and you said, "Oh yeah, the Ottawa Senators." Are
Hey.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, like you guys were.
Oh, yeah, coming from the guy that said
Carter
Line
have
is
them in
going to
like
score
the Stanley
55.
Cup final.
Line A, 55 goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have that.
You all had the Sens like making the conference finals though. Besides Bartner, like you and Jack both had the Sens going far. I wasn't.
Hey, it's still not
I
over.
had
They still got a
solid
chance.
88
There's still a
points.
chance.
Not our fault. The coach sucks.
I think it's more.
If I was coaching,
I don't think it's only the coach.
different story if I'm coaching.
Okay, Jack.
DeBrincat gets named captain and doesn't leave the ice if Jack's coach.
That's right.
Yeah. Blues Sellers. Lightning.
Staying put.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they like have to trade at all. Yeah, so
They got
wasted-
hit last year. They don't have first round picks because you want to know where they are? Chicago. So
Brandon Nickel.
I'd stay put. Carter.
The whatever name you want to call me today. Yeah, I think they just stay put.
Yeah, I agree. Damn, we have a lot of staying puts. Toronto. I think they should buy, but the only guy I've seen them interested in is Gavrikov.
Bye.
Yeah, Kyle Dubas will trade for some like analytical like darling for like a second round pick, but he won't produce. That's my guess.
Yep, Carter. Buyer.
Yeah, buyer.
All right, 4 teams remaining. Vancouver. I don't know why. Like they're interested in players. I saw them like they were like linked to Damon Severson. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They should just sell.
What else do they have to sell though?
That's true. You're right.
After Horvat, I'd probably just say staying put just because. Yeah, I don't know who the hell else.
Besser.
Oh, Besser. Yeah, it's just sellers. Get him off.
Dollar.
They were looking at Tyler Myers too, but they're never. Oh, Demko as well.
Yeah. True.
I don't think Demko gets dealt though. I don't see where he would go.
Apparently, he just hates Vancouver. That's what people were telling me. That he just doesn't like Canada. Shocker.
I think a lot of people don't
Classic.
like Vancouver at this point. I think a lot of players want out.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like Canada in general.
I like Canada.
I like
No,
Canada.
you don't. Jack, you didn't even know we had cable till last episode.
Yeah, Bartner. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a fantastic clip. You cable up there?
People in Canada have cable.
I've used on.
I was so dumb last episode. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, Vegas.
Mark Stone money available. Probably buyers.
Yeah. Carter, Jack, Patrick.
Almost did it
Man,
again.
I'm on an edge here.
Put me in for buyers.
All right, Neil says buyers. Patrick.
Staying put.
Did you just say
I just called him by his dad's name.
Oh,
Uh,
yo, Neil.
What are we thinking? I'm gonna go Bayers. I think three of us said bye.
They can't miss
Yeah.
the playoffs again. That'd be really bad.
Oh yeah, especially with Bruce Cassidy, they can't. Capitals.
I think they can technically buy because Connor Brown's out for the year. But like, yeah, they're kind of just like
They're in the wild card spot.
yeah. I'd say
How far are they out from 3? 4 points out, but they 3 games ahead.
I'd say buy, but like a soft buy.
Yeah, soft.
Basically stay put. Maybe trade for like Max Domi or something.
Yeah. And then last but not least, I'll leave it to Carter, Winnipeg.
All you.
You don't have to leave it. They
No,
should
just
buy.
you.
I think
Who do you should get?
Timo Meyer.
Meyer?
Jack
Yeah, that's
Hayes.
kind of what I was thinking.
I would love to have Timo Meyer on this squad.
Barner, you think they should buy too?
Yeah. Haven't made the playoffs in a while.
Jack?
Yeah.
2, I think bye.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for our tier ranking. Let me know your thoughts. Partner, we don't have a surprise for you this time, like we did last time with your takes.
Oh, the trashing my hottest takes.
I can't even think of it. I can't even think of a take that you've made in the past couple of months that I disagreed with. You've done a good job, big man. Good job.
I've stopped being controversial for the most part. I try to be logical. Logical with my takes.
You're gonna get there. I know there's gonna be some pretty scorching
Playoff time. Off seasons when I get wild.
Oh yeah. But yeah, thank you again, Barner, for coming on for the second time. We got to have you on for a hat trick third time eventually.
Of course, playoff preview, something like that. Yeah, I love chopping up with you guys.
Maybe we'll bring you on. We'll bring Max on. Maybe we'll bring Marcus on.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
maybe. All right, but yeah, thank you guys for listening to yet again another episode of the NordCast. If you did enjoy, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on the audio version, give us a 5-star rating. Follow our Instagram. Follow our TikTok. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you all for listening or watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Adios.